Howdy, YouTube. Hi, Diego. How's my little buddy doing today? Come on, let's go cook something up with Grandpa. How to calibrate your grill. So down here it says it is at 306. It was 309, so it's actually dropped a degree since in the last minute since I went to get the camera. And over here it says it is, and over here it is just below 350. And it's dropping because it was at 350 when it was at 309. So as we can see here, it's down to 304. So I'm losing my heat, which is what I wanted, but I don't want to lose it all. So we're going to open up some vents. We'll open it all the way for about 10 seconds and then we'll close it. But that's how you calibrate what this here gauge means at your grill temperature. And this is the outside grill. The closer to the coals it's going to be, the warmer it is. I opened up that, now it's going back up. It's up to 306 because air's circulating and that allows the coals to burn. So I'm going to turn it back down to about a third of the way open and we're just going to watch it. But that's how you can very easily figure out what temperature is going on at meat level. This is right behind the rack of ribs on the grill. I closed the vent and it went back down to 304. Woohoo. So we're, guess at about half. We'll leave it about half. We want it dropped down to just below 300. We've got it on the other side of the ribs. It says it's at 316, and dang if that isn't pretty close to what the temperature is. Now let's see what the difference is here. One side of the ribs versus the other, and it looks like they're ready for some mopping, maybe. Is that dry? It looks dry to me. Thank you for watching. See you later, YouTube. Bye, Diego. Alright, what we got going here is a 1/4 cup of apple vinegar, a 1/4 cup of honey, and we'll add to that a cup of ketchup, and we'll have the base barbecue mop I use for my ribs. And the ribs are, of course, right here on the counter. They've been out of the freezer, not quite an hour. We're going to go ahead and start them before they're defrosted, as that's how I like to do my ribs sometimes. We're doing them low and slow, so we're looking at a 3-hour cook. Alright, nice sunny day. I didn't have to take the pond filter, water filter apart because I shoved the hose on it and backflowed it high pressure. Whatever obstruction was in the pump got dislodged. Uh-oh. That's a little big for my barbecue. So what we're going to do is move the coals further to the other side and then put this on. Oops. Alright, well, we'll get back to you on it. We have smoke, we have ribs, we have smoky goodness starting to happen. The temperature is up to 70 degrees and it's down to 27% humidity. It's changed since I started. It was 69. It's almost 71. 70.9. And it was 69 just a half hour ago. Nice. Nicest day of the year so far. And we're going to move this wood pile while we're cooking ribs. Quarter wood, half quarter wood, something like that. Alright, yeah, that outside skin is just dry. So it's time to start mopping the ribs. Alright, I just turned the ribs around. They have not been flipped yet. Added more charcoal and another stick of apple. And the charcoal's going good, so we're going to shut her back down. And I lightly painted the top of the ribs here so that they're moist again. The trick now is to just keep the dry spots moist every hour. You re-moisten it a little bit. And halfway through, you flip the ribs, you mop the other side, you cook them almost all the way really, and then you do a flip over onto the coals and scorch it before you pull it off. That's a modified Smoky Goodness 3-flip mop. We'll put that at half. Should bring it up to about, oh, it's already up. Guess we'll close that down some. We're above 300. Alright, it's time to flip them. As you can see, the tomato sauce and the ketchup is starting to burn a little bit. It got a little hotter than I normally like to get them, but it's working. This mopping or painting techniques appears to work equally well on a kettle as it does an offset smoker. I actually prefer this kettle better than my Brinkmann because it uses a heck of a lot less fuel for just one rack of ribs. Pretty cool. Here is flip number 1. We'll mop it up and paint it up and call it good. Oh, I gotta do the other side first. Don't want it drying out on me. Alright, I'm gonna flip these over onto the hot coals. Yeah, they're good enough. And let it burn the back side while I mop the top side. Then we're going to flip it over. That'll be flip 2. Then we're going to flip it over top side down until the fat bubbles start to burst, I believe is how Dan described it over at Smoky Goodness. And then we're going to put it in the oven to cool down, let it rest for a little bit, and then we're going to enjoy. Just going to leave that closed for a couple of seconds. Alright, it's been about 2 to 3 minutes. Normally I wouldn't have mopped the top side, but because we are going to burn it again, I mopped it this close to completion. As you can see, as you can see there, the skin is burned on the back side. That's exactly what we wanted. Now, just to kill the flames so it doesn't burn too hard, I'm going to shut it down for 30 seconds or so, and then I'm going to open it back up. That's just so that the smoke fills up and it kind of kills the flame a bit, because I don't want it burning the heck out of it. I want it really hot scorching. At least I think that's what I'm supposed to do, Dan. Alright, I actually burnt the center third of the ribs just too bad. I could have never turned that in a competition. The other 2/3 would have got me about a 6, so that ain't winning a competition. I didn't pay enough attention, I guess, and let it sit the meat side down for too long. Lessons learned. It's all good though, we had a meal. Alright, smoke's pouring out everywhere. We're going to let it out and keep that heat up. We're above 350. So that means it's probably 400 or 500 degrees right there where the ribs are at. Okay, as you can see, the sizzling is going on and we're not even on the grill. We're going to wrap this up and let it rest for 10 minutes. Alright, looks like I burnt the outside skin a little bit. Actually, it's the tomato sauce that burned, but that's okay. We like burnt, so we're not upset a bit. This is looking forward to some good food. Alright, looks like we got pink smoke all the way through. Awesome. Step back. Now, if you don't like this burnt, you can leave it covered up in the aluminum foil for like 30 minutes and the moisture will come back and make this not so burnt type thing. But I'm hungry and this is looking good. Oh, that's still hot. Oh yeah. Oh, ow, ow, ow. So yeah, could have let it rest another 20 minutes. Shut it off. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to calibrate your grill or barbecue. And I hope you have fun barbecuing this year. This is Angie's vinegar and apple cider dipping sauce that she likes to use for ribs. You should give it a try sometime. So Diego, does Mommy let you paint the ribs when you guys have ribs?
Shucks, that's good.